Anne Jerry,
Yes,
karibu sana. So tuambie Anne Jerry ni nani, alikujaje US,
mhm.
hiyo story yote, hiyo introduction.
Okay, well, kama vile umesikia majina ni Anne-Jerry. Nimezaliwa na kulelewa Nakuru. So na currently ninaishi US. Nilikuja huku through DV lottery. Niko US in North Carolina. Yes, na nimeishi huku for like 3 years. Yeah.
So tuambie ulilanaje about hiyo green card na uliapply kutoka Kenya?
Well, green card nilikuwa mdogo, I think in my teens hapo nilikuwa tu nasikia mama akisema green card because some of her few friends walikuwa wamepata green card na wamekuja hii side ya US. So alikuwa anaishi kusema tu apply. So but sikuwa pay much attention. So I think vile nilimaliza nikajaribu kuapply but nika-land on the wrong site yenye ilikuwa inaitisha pesa, and I think ilikuwa inaitisha like 10,000 applywa, na saa hizo umetoka fresh from high school. Nikasema hii pesa mimi sina, so nikaachana nayo. So nilikuwa tu napata emails zao. So later in 2015 rafiki yangu akakuja, bwanake ndo alipata green card, so akakuja huku. So and that ikafika 2016 akaniambia mimi na my friend, akaniambia see you guys you try to apply, we see vile itaenda. So and that's how we did it. Na nili-apply because by then I think nilikuwa lose my job, so I was just idle. I was just trying to see what will work. So hapo ndo tukaangalia the procedure, tukaangalia the right site yenye hailipishi pesa, the requirement and everything. So ndo tukaanza sasa kuapply, kupiga picha, the right photo. Yeah, that's what nilikam kuapply, and I think by then hawakuwa hata wanaitisha passport, so tulitumia tu our IDs.
Tuelezee process.
Well, so what happened ni unaenda, kuna official government, official site ya government ya US government. Ukienda through that, kuna process, they ask basic questions like your majina yako, ulizaliwa lini, your level of education, family, hiyo tu basic information tu ndo wanauliza, and then address na nini. So hiyo maswali yenye wanauliza hapo, you're supposed to be upeana maswali, ujibu the right thing, usikose, just to avoid in future in case ukikuwa selected, avoid hiyo like information haimatch. So ukiulizwa kama, cause sometimes unakuta kuna mtu maybe akona mtoto na hataki kuinclude mtoto ama akona nini, so I think it's good time when una apply, just give the right information na ukue consistent with your information. It's very basic though. Right now vitu zimechange, wanataka passport na it's not just a passport, wanataka valid passport. So kama uko na passport yenye sio current, yenye isha expire, I think Kenya walichange, kuna hiyo current, kuna hiyo passport. So kama hauna current passport, ujue passport yako sio valid na ita lead in case ukua selected, utakuwa cancelled. So to avoid that, you can just go and renew if you have old passport. If you have new, unaweza go ahead. Kama hauna passport, I think still kuna time, because the initial site itakuwa opened next month, so you kuna like 3 weeks ama 2 to 3 weeks, so you can go apply your passport na apply kwa hiyo site ya Kenya. kuna hiyo
e-citizen.
yeah, hiyo e-citizen, you go you apply there. Unaweza apply Nairobi ama Kisumu. Yeah, na Kenya being a corrupt country, ukitaka process yako ikuwe haraka, you might have to cough something. Yeah.
Okay, naona kunaye anauliza hapa anaweza pata kazi USA.
Yeah, like right now unaweza pata kazi utatumia probably agency, and if you're using agency you have lazima utafute uangalie, you search the legit agency. Isikuwe ni zile agencies zenye unapelekwa juu na chini, ukishawapatia pesa like unawatafuta, it's up and down. So you can do that, ama another you can tafuta like kama sasa kama wewe ni nurse ama wewe ni daktari ama wewe ni nini, unaangalia kazi zenye ziko na market huku, and then maybe you can apply direct to the company yenye unataka kukuja, and then from there ndo watakutumia the necessary paper ya ndio na ndo, and then ukishafika huku utapewa work permit ama tunaitaka nini, social security yenye you are allowed kufanya kazi hayo.
Violet anasema wonderful.
Thank you.
Huyu anataka connection.
Well, connection ziko, but right now because of the COVID vitu mingi zimekuwa hold constant. Getting kwenda tu kwa embassy ndo tunakuja huku, it's kind of tricky, wako so strict saizi juu ya COVID. Especially I remember there was sometimes Kenya tulikuwa tumewekwa like tumebaniwa na tunakuwa advised tusiende nyumbani vile. And hiyo yote ni juu ya COVID, but I think the moment COVID ime slow kuna most of the things it open up, especially with the new president unlike the previous one. So I believe kutakuwa na more opportunities. Kenya yuko unastahili tu kukaa macho and you seek information, because I believe that information is power. So if you seek information, unajua unataka kutoka field gani, because there is different types of kuna unaweza kuja kama skilled labor, agriculture and skilled labor, so kuna levels ya vile unataka kukuja, so ina depend unataka kukuja na which means. Naona hapo mtu anasema I have been applying for people, me included, wanapata nini sipati. Anyway, I just know my time. Yeah, sure. Unaweza kuwa tu continue, usichoke ku apply as long as you have your passport. I don't think kuna kitu itakucost, so you never know, because I know of people mwenye kuna mtu aliwahi apply like 9 times hapati, and mara ya mwisho yenye alikuwa almost ku give up, anasema this is my last time, nisipopata ndasema hiyo vitu it's not valid, na akapata. So don't give up. Can you apply for me? Well, naweza apply for you, but it's not even I believe ni poa like time yenye unajiapply, because I have a life na at times utakuwa tu busy up and down na nini, maybe niko shule na nini, so ile time maybe nimekuwa apply na hata nisahau kukuchekia ama I misplace your number, and you unakaa pale unajua alini apply, so ataniangalilia na atafanya follow up, na mimi nikuwe kuna life huku naendelea na life. So I always advise people jiapply if you can, kama because it's not complex. All you need, you can apply through your phone, you can apply kwa laptop, kwa tablet, unaweza enda kwa cyber, you apply. So I always advise people mujiapply, and then avoid because kuna some people like ukisha win watakumess, they want watakukamua before you go through the process. Now the process itself ina cost pesa, so imagine the process itself ina cost pesa, and then kuna mtu pale anakukamua, how will it feel? Yeah, for those applying but now booking will be November, you will have to part with something ndo utengeneze. That's true, because I remember in my case nilikuwa and then I lost it in the process. Zile processes za Nairobi kuibua, and then wewe you are so green uko tu process za Nairobi, mtu tu akakuja akafungua So I go to apply tena na nilikuwa na time ilikuwa limit. So I had to part with like I think 6K, but nika apply and then the following day my passport was out. So be ready ukitaka kitu. How can I get a chef's job? You can, as I said earlier, you just need uangalie unataka maybe kufanya wapi, you apply. At times it's good try kuapply. We have Indeed here iko inafanyaga job huku Indeed. You can use that. Kuna some apps tunatumiaga huku za kuapply job, but still you can go to the website. Tuseme kama unataka kuapply a specific hotel, you can enda kwa website yao and you apply from there, because right now kuna demand, there's high demand of job, because most people, kuna watu wamekufa, na vile watu wamekufa due to COVID, unajua tu kuna ime affect like every area, and then some people wanaogopa kufanya kazi, so some they're not working, and then kuna kwa na hiyo government ina assist watu ile unemployment, so mtu akijua I'm getting unemployment, why should I go to work? So saizi demand ya kazi iko very high, so if you can get the right agency and the right website and you apply, you'll be good. But all you need to do is first you search, ndio upate something legit. I've tried many times na sipati. Don't give up. As long as you have your passport, usigive up. You just apply. As long as you're applying, wewe ndio unatumia unajiapplyia yourself. It won't cost you anything. Inakucost tu labda bundles than the process. Kama umekuwa ukiapply, unajua it's very easy. It's like within 10 minutes you're done. So just try mpaka ile siku tu Mungu atasema umetry, umekuwa persistent. Wacha tu nikufungulie mlango. Well, saizi I'll try, Doris Masiani, I'll try to look for the legit jobs, because unajua site nini, unajua tu internet, unapata kuna kitu legit, kuna kitu yenye sio legit. So I can try to look for the legit ones, but as I said earlier, mostly we use Indeed. Ndo tunaendaga, unaenda hapo una search Indeed jobs, and then you have your CV na nini, your resume, and then you just put it there and then you apply job where you want to. Naweza pata kazi ya kinyozi uko US. Well, unaweza pata, but I don't you have to, lazima kuwe na license ama certificate for you to kuallow kunyoa mtu huku. At times wako so strict, hata kushuka nywele ama nini, anything wanataka kuwe na license. So if you have that ama uko na certificate, you can use that to apply for job. No worries, as long as you have the required photo, but can guide you through. Yeah. Edwin, are you asking I guide you through what's your question? Unaona kwa kipindi hiki cha Biden ni rahisi kuja America kuliko vile ilikuwa awamu ya Trump. Yeah, that's true. Because Trump alikuwa racist. So, na as a matter of fact alikuwa na try very very na ile effort yake yote kublock watu. I remember even in our time ilikatua around 38,000 and initially it's supposed to be like 50,000, akakatia around 38,12. So many people that nilikuwa ninajua, they didn't even get a chance kwenda interview. But right now things are different. Nimeona even there was a time like last year wali increase to 55,000, kitu yenye hajawahi sikika. I'm proud of you and invite me to US. I have a valid passport. Well, Benjamin Cheriot, yeah, ninakusikia. Yeah, I'll try. I tried that. Kuna vile naweza, like, there's attempts they check as ku invite, wanakuangalia if unaweza manage kuhost mtu na kumprovide everything, because there's what we call a public charge. But another way I can do in invite, it's through kukuja kwa graduation. Kupata passport ni pesa ngapi? Kupata passport in my time nililipa 40, kuna ile sijui ni 4500 ama ni 5200, I'm not very sure. I don't know kama imechange, but kuna ile for 4500, and then kuna some few, kuna application fee, kuna nini, so I think yote ilikuwa na amount to around 5200 if
Ilichange sahi passport iko 6050.
Oh wow. Kenya ichezi na watu na nasikia ni 34. Mimi niliachilia ikuwa 32 pages. Oh, okay. And if someone akibahatika, how much do you need for the process? Well, process ya the whole process, ukishapata kuna utaenda medical, that's the first step. Yeah, medical, and itakucost between 30 to 40,000 around hapo, kama hawaja change prices. Kenya ninaona kila kitu inapanda like every day. So my time nilitumia, I think that 7,000, and in a range, because kama uliwahi gonjeka something like measles, something like chicken pox, hiyo nini wanasemaga obvious ulipewa hiyo vaccine, so hawakupea hiyo, so hiyo inakureducea like around 2,000 ama 3,000 between there. So ina depend how many vaccines unapewa, na kama uko vaccine immunization yako iko up to date, na maybe at one point umepata some vaccines, they follow that. So between 30 to 40,000, hiyo it's for medical. And then kuna wanatakaga police abstract, tunaitaka hiyo kitu good conduct, hiyo ina cost I think 1,050 kama haija change. And then unaenda kwa NEC, unalipa 25, I think 2250 ama 2500 for them to transmit your KCSE results to kwa embassy. And then so hiyo inakuwa tuseme kuna 35, then kuna 2500 ya embassy, then kuna 1000, so already ni 40. And then time ya interview unalipa $220, so that's between 22 tuseme 23,000. So kwa ile 40,000 yako ongezea 23,000, so inakuja 63. And then after ukikuwa selected, kuna pesa unalipa ya green card ya sasa ya the processing inakuwa 330, so tuseme hiyo ni around 35,000 kwa ile 60 something yako. So I think the whole process it's like tuseme 100,000. So hiyo umetoa ya miscellaneous. Ukiwa Nairobi it's like pesa yenye utatumia ni kidogo kidogo. Kama uko mbali Eldoret, wapi uko mbali Mombasa, kuna hiyo pesa ya transport, mahali kwa kulala. So I think the whole process it's like 100 and 120, and pia ina depend na uko na individuals ngapi. So like mimi nilikuwa tu peke yangu, and then after that kuna flight utalipa, kuna obvious una prepare, you have to do your shopping, your bags, your nini. And then when you're coming, pia huwezi kuja hivyo mkono mtupu, so you'll need pocket money. So between 200 to 300 per individual ndio utahitaji. Tune in from Kapsabet. Can someone please me to get a job? You can look for, as I said earlier, kuna sites zenye unaangalia and you try to search for legit sites and you apply, and then pia ina depend on what kind of job unataka. Like right now due to pandemic, kazi za doctor, nurses ziko very high. So if you have diploma in nursing, hiyo nini, right now jobs ziko very high. I explain more explain more green in that process. Process ya process your green card. Okay, as I said, let me try to maybe explain the whole process. Like right now, ukisha apply, that is next month, ukisha apply for the green card, you will have to wait until like May ndo wanapeana results inakuja out, and if you are lucky ukwe selected, you will get your first notification letter, and you have kuna hii tunasemaga case number. If your case number iko between 0 to 10,000, that's a very low case, so that means utakuwa among the first one kukuwa interview. So ukishajua namba yako iko, your case number is hiyo below 10,000, you will start ASAP to prepare your documents like your birth certificate, your KCC, if you're married, your marriage certificate, because when you go there you have to prove. Juu tunajulikana sisi tu ni waongo, kuna vile tunajua kucheza game zetu, so wanajua like mtu kama Anne hapa akishinda, akikuwa selected, ataenda kuna mtu atahappen akuja sema hey Anne, nitalipa the whole process, you just add me there as your husband. Yeah. Ama mimi nipate mtu hapo potential jamaa amepata, niwaambie I'll pay you when you add up kama your wife. So they are very thorough in that process. You have to prove you have maybe a marriage certificate, photos, if you have kids, birth certificate. Hizo zote kuna hizo documents that you need to prepare before. Kama harusi yako ilikuwa ni ile ya mafefe, you can prove maybe through photos na nini. Maybe you have kids together, DNA na nini, like things like that. So after that uta apply, unaenda kwa tunaitaka nini Nairobi, I'm forgetting this name. Unaenda kwa medical IOMO, international something, hapo ndo unaenda ku apply for your medical. So you go on their site and unajaribu kuschedule ama you write them an email kuschedule your interview, your medical testing, your medical process, because it takes a while, so you need to schedule mapema, at least ujipe like 3 weeks before your interview date, ndio at least wakuwa wamesubmit the results. The same case applies to the NEC results, because for you in the wanatakaga the minimum education wanataka ni high school, so na wanajua kuna certificate za River Road, so they don't take certificate from River Road, they take certificate from NEC. So the only process they can the only way one is ensure that your certificate is legit, they want the NEC to transmit your results, and then when you go to interview unaenda na your copy, and then they compare. Then the next thing ni police form, hiyo ni good conduct. Still hata hiyo I think ina take between 2 to 3 weeks. Saizi due to COVID, I don't know how long ina take. So hata hiyo you need to apply mapema, at least you pay like a month before your interview date, because you see something may happen, so you prepare that in advance. Other than that, you just practice for interview. The interview itself ikuwagi mrefu, inakuwaga very few questions, unless upatane na consulate mwenye he or she is determined kukunyima visa, but that's not unlikely to happen. Most they are willing, as long as your documents are legit, you have done or you have gone through the process, inakuwa sawa. During my time, again, there was a time they were asking for affidavit of support. Now this one they ask, this is your host that's supposed to do that, and unfortunately, or most hosts they don't, watakai kupeana hiyo juu affidavit of support unapeana like kuna IRS information, so inapeana like your security, pesa zenye una na nini, and hiyo ni personal information yenye mtu ataki kupeana, so wengine huwa wapewi, mtu unakuta anataka hiyo and host anakazia. So ninaona Edwin, when do you do your application? Remember to keep safe your confirmation number. Personally, I always keep a copy and check for you once the results are. That's true. You can unajua tu unaweka kwa documents zako, and again you can take a picture. Take a picture of your results, of your entrance check, confirmation number, and then you keep it safe. Ukiweka maybe kwa your phone, save kwa Google Docs, they're the best. Maybe uweke notification yenye utaangalia during after like May, because some people they forget ataliwahi apply ama anasahau ni when, and then time yenye anakumbuka maybe ishapita, like hata ana time ya kuprocess kuprocess.
So kuna mahali hapo umesema kwa host. If someone akona pesa yake na anataka akifika America anaenda direct maybe to rent a house ama kununua. Do you really need a host?
Yeah, while umeweka you need a host, because wanasema you're coming in a new country, so you at least even if you have your money, you need someone to guide you through.
Okay.
Yeah, you need a place juu hautakuja ati like leo, you need somebody to pick you from airport, hata kukupeleka kwa hiyo hotel, and then like you see, uwezi kufika leo na you go and rent your own house unless you rent a hotel, because for you to rent a house here you need documents, and they even check your credit record. If you don't have a credit record, wewe ni mgeni, lazima ukuwe na mtu mwenye atakusimamia for a while. Wanaangalia your employment, pesa zenye una make, so there is a process wanaangalia, so hawezi like fika leo and tomorrow you're going to rent your own house. So, and I think that's why they want you to have a host. Michael Boni, I need the website. Which website do you need? Yeah, DV Lottery, yeah, gani? I wish one day God to open doors for me to be there. I know God's time is perfect. That's true. Just keep up with that spirit. Mungu atakusaidia. In my case, I have money. Sasa, how can I get a visa? Kuna different visa. So sijui, can you please be specific which visa you are talking about? Because kuna work visa, kuna ya kutravel, visit visa, kuna hiyo. Yeah.
Huyu ako na pesa si akuje kama visitor.
Yeah, huwa mwenye ako na pesa anaweza come kama visit visa, but right now due to COVID, I think kuna some restriction they are trying to minimize that. So you hold to your pesa yako kidogo, and then once easy, juu saizi tuna deal na Delta na vitu zinaenda juu, so right now sidhani kama unaweza poa visa hivyo easily. Is the passport has a difference? Some people have East African Community Passport ama ya USA and international. Oh well, hawezi tumia ya East Africa, it has to be international passport, because sasa hapo unatoka out hiyo nje ya East Africa, so it has to be international. When you apply your passport, we used to have 34 pages, but currently they are not in the system, only 50 pages and above. Well, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, time I was applying, I think kulikuwa na hiyo ya 34 na hiyo ingine. So apply to, you can just apply which is available. Can I get a job here? So as long as you have a certificate, you have the to show that umesomea ulienda shule and you got a certificate on that, you can go na utafute a job in legit website. You can use that. You can use Indeed app and apply for job. Then if you meet the qualification, your job, the employer, HR, nini, they will contact you, and if they really need you, they will send you maybe your paperwork to process to get a visa for working visa. Edward Peter, ni kama kuna demand ya watu ili kufanya kazi, si uniite nije tuchape kazi na kama hujaolewa ndo uwe umeangukia. Mimi mwenyewe ni truck driver na salonist kinyozi na mengine mengi. Oh wow, this is a jack of all trades, Edward Peter. Well, as I said, kama ni truck driver lazima ukipata kama company you apply there, watakuita job. Salonist kinyozi hiyo lazima ukuwe na certification. Anything dealing na human, they're so strict. Wanataka ukuwe na certificate na ikuwe legit. Kindly link me to a job, please. Been to Kenya. As I said earlier, I believe over here tunatumiaga Indeed sana. Like when I need a job, I just download my Indeed app and I go there. Come I need like nursing, you will just get so many jobs there, and you look their requirements. If you meet their requirements, then you apply for job. And if they look you are the best fit candidate, they'll call you they can do, since uko Kenya, they can do a phone interview, and then from there, okay, succeed kwa interview, then they will process, they'll go to the next level of processing, maybe sending you the paperwork una require for you to come and get work visa. Na work visa kuna temporary na kuna hiyo permanent. Kuna hiyo seasonal, I think seasonal ndio temporary, and then kuna hiyo ya 2 years na nini. Right now is mnajua like demand iko very high. Na ukipata green card the first time, who will accommodate you? Well, ndio nasema like kwa hiyo ukisha kuwa selected, kuna ile time when unafanya your application, kuna some paperwork you fill in. It's like ni ya pages mingi sana, like around 15 pages ya una fill in. Na in the process of filling in, kuna place where they require a host, so they ask the name, the address na nini, because even they ask you where your green card will be mailed, because ukikuwa selected, what you get over here, like in Kenya unapata tu visa, and then when you come here ukishakaa kama like a week hivi, your green card inakuwa mailed where you are living ama where una stay. So you have lazima ukuwe na address, because wanataka a specific address where your green card will be mailed. Wanataka host, as I said earlier. Yeah, I do remember you, Benjamin. You are a hot boy, tall man. Thanks, and my Almighty continue to be with you. Utusaidie kubera our lives. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And the whole process takes approximately 200K medical, 33K interview, 36 green card, 22K flight, depend between 8 yeah, flight ina depend. Kama sizes, I don't know size ni ngapi, ina depend. And as I had said earlier, kuna other charges, kuna kama mtu hana passport, have kwa apply your passport, so that's another another extra charge. Kuna transmission of KCSE results, that's I think 2500. Kuna kwa apply police abstract, that is good conduct, I think that's 1,050. Kama waje increase prices, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, kuna vitu like, and concerning the flights, ina depend na season. Ukikuja time yenye ni peak season, of course you will cost more. Ukikuja time yenye ni low season, there even people during my time walilipa 500. Currently NEC you pay, oh wow. Hawa NEC wanaongeza. Na vitu Kenya zinapanda bei, wow. I wish vile wanapandisha ndio watu wangekuwa na earn more. Can you host me and unitafutie job? I have passport and I can pay for my flight ticket. Well, the hosting process, it's, and nisikudanganye, it's a process. Because for me to host you, what they normally do is that they will call IRS immigration process, they will go into my files. They want to see how much I'm making, whether I can host you. And if they consider what I'm making is not enough, then unezambiwa you look for another host. And because they always say they don't want mtu akuje huku akuwe public charge, and I fully understand them too. Kuna watu wengi huku hawataki kufanya kazi, so government ina chip in their medical, in their food, in their transport, so I fully understand. But in future, because right now I'm a student, so I'm student and I'm working, so I can't really promise you that right now I can host you. Maybe in future. Does it require one to have professional skill to win a green card? Ama anyone can? It doesn't require you any professional skills as long as ulishafanya KCSE yako. That is high school. They require high school and that's it. Because they want once umekuja hapa, like kama you are the tunaitaka nini, kama wewe ndo the main applicant, because ukisha win kama mzazi you can come with your kids, and so there hizo rules zenye zina apply kwa sijui lazima ukue umefanya high school na nini, that doesn't apply to your beneficiaries. What about those who not complete school for some issue? It's easy for them to apply the green card. Now if you didn't complete your high school, kuna kuwaga na hii you can prove through work, which inakuwaga ni ngumu because kuna certain jobs zenye wanasema ukuwa umefanya kama ni trade jobs, something like that, na ukuwa umefanya for like 2 years, and then sasa when it's come to proving through that channel, it's easy because now there you are under the mercies of your consulate. So if your consulate is good enough na atasema ni sawa, then he or she can anaweza approve your green card. If anafikiria it's not okay, it's bado itoshi mboga, atakunyima. So I always advise, it's always easy, I don't advise, it's always easy ukitumia like high school, because ikifika ni job zao, there are certain jobs that zenye wana require. You can go, ukigugu kwa requirements, you can angalia hiyo ya kucertify that, or I can do that extra job. I think I still have my paperwork yenye nilikuwa nina apply. You can go through in my YouTube channel, you subscribe. I'll try maybe tomorrow I'll try to look for that information and I'll update hapo. Mtembei, nina kijana amesoma clinical officer. Swali langu, kama kuna link hiyo, hebu nipe ili aweze kuja huko. Well, I think sijui, okay, najua umesema Mtembei akupe link, but still you can clinical officer. You can ukipata like some hospitals, if you can Google some hospitals and you try to apply jobs in their website direct, and then you can use maybe some apps like Indeed Job and try to apply, update like the CV and all that, and then you try to apply from there. Yeah, and that's what I was saying that you need to be consistent, and whatever information you're providing, you need to like ukue consistent and upeane the right information. Just in the process that to say, let's say for instance, when you are applying, you got a baby or you got married, your relationship status maybe will change or something happened, then that's where you adjust. And during interview you have to prove to them, like for instance, tuseme mimi when I was applying back in 2016, and then when I was going for my interview in 2018, let's say for instance when I was applying I was single, and then maybe in 2017 I got a baby or I was married, I have to prove that. And probably you maybe by marriage certificate, or if it's a baby, the birth certificate, You have to even have maybe extra supporting documents like photos and everything. Can I apply for green card when you are not in Kenya na ukipata ni lazima nirudi Kenya? Kuna hiyo sio lazima urudi Kenya. Once you get there, kuna kwagana instructions. You can do it wherever uko. Kama kuna embassy ya Kenya, you can go to their embassy and go for your interview and the whole process. Sio lazima that you go back to Kenya. You change the status. If you are like, for instance, there's some people maybe they're in America and they came maybe through visit visa or work visa or student visa, and they apply for green card and they win. They don't go back to Kenya to process, to go through the process. They only do some adjustments and they go through embassy, the Kenyan embassy, and they do. And I believe it's much easier, especially when you are here. Kindly, at what date of October does one start applying for green card? Can you also kindly give us the portal? Asante. Well, mostly now the first week, probably maybe date 4 from, let's say, the first week of October to the first week of November. Because normally it lasts around 1 month, probably mostly 5 weeks. That's when it is. Na inakuwa it's official government aside DV lottery. It's DV lottery, US government, something like that. Mtimbe, if you don't mind, you can paste that link somewhere. Yeah, kindly, at what date of, yeah, that's what I was saying. Between date 4, the first week of October, let's say between date 4 and date 4 of this, I think this year itakuwa date 15, that's the end of application. Now first date probably date 4. I'm not sure about that. I'm sorry, I didn't really check that. When is application done and what are the requirements? As we said earlier, the only thing that you require is your information and a valid passport. And passport, it has to be international passport. Yeah, and it has to be valid, not expired. Because some people they say that they need just a passport number. Right now they change valid change. They did adjust the requirements, so it has to be valid. Nakifure, this guy who got green card 2019, and up to date he hasn't been called for interview, and others. 2019, if he did apply for, like he applied in 2019, that means the results were out in May 2020. So, and depending on the case number, because if he has high case number, like a number above 50,000, or last year they were going up to 55,000. So if he has a case number above 55,000, maybe he might not end up being called for interview, because at 55,000 most they go. And again, we are left with like how many days? 3 weeks, because October, when October starts, that's like a new year, that's a new fiscal year. So if by then mtu atakuwa ameitwa for interview, that means hautaenda interview ama hujakuwa scheduled for interview. After you are selected and your case, you get the case number, and from there, when you process, if you process your documents, because there's a document that you have to go and now feed information. You give information, your personal information, whatever that they require, you the address, where you plan to come, your address, huku lenye unakuja kuishi. So there's that process. After that, you submit that, you submit, and then the Kentucky, they receive it, and then they process. So after that, you get the second notification letter to tell you to schedule for your interview and your medical, and prepare your supporting documents. I don't know.
So nikuulize, huyu mwenye anasema aliwin 2019 na mpaka sasa hajaitwa. What does that mean? Unaweza win ukose kuitwa interview na iishe hivyo?
Yeah, unaweza win ukose kuitwa, na this happen kama your case number is high, because normally when assign each case a number, so from 0 to kama, because watu wana apply like a million, so if you selected, and mostly maybe wana assign maybe 100,000 people ndo wana assign case, but if you have your case is above 50, jua your case iko very high, so the probability ya kuitwa for interview iko very low, but you can still be lucky and uitwe, because you see some people they get they're not selected and they don't know, so they never process their paperwork. Some die, some kuna so many things that happen in between, so ina depend na case number yake. If it was very high, anaweza kuwa hataitwa interview, but if it wasn't high, then ataitwa interview, or maybe I don't know, sijui kama aliprocess hiyo nini, after you get the notification, the first notification letter, kuna process you go, you feed in your information, there's some requirements, sijui kama ali go through that process. After, if you have money, apply as an investor in the USA. Oh, okay, ni mtu anapewa hapo nini, anapewa, naweza pata job ya nyumba. Well, kazi ya nyumba you can get, but because it's kind of expensive, ni kind of ngumu, because mostly you see here they pay hourly, and sasa like most people they opt kupeleka watoto to daycare. There are some people here, we have like Africans, and some Mexicans that they offer kuangalia watoto. They charge you $20 ama $30 per day ama per night kwa kuangalilia watoto, and there's kuna pia daycare, because kuangaliliwa mtoto like as a full time nina tumekam huko kukuja kuangaliliwa mtoto, unless sasa you have somebody who knows you and anakuinvite kuja umwangalilia watoto. I don't think we have an agency. Sometimes back kuna hii AU pair, but unfortunately kumekuwa na ukora mingi. AU pair inafanyaga hizo kazi za hizo nannies, na I know it's mostly in Australia and Canada. Over here hardly, because most people they don't pay, unless mtu akwe ana make, mtu kama daktari maybe ana make like some thousands, then hapo anaweza afford kukulipa 1,000 ama 1,500 au mwangalilie mtoto. Yeah. Okay, Magoti Asiba, e-passport start from 50 pages. I did mine like 2 weeks ago. Yani renewal passport. Yeah, and then I know renewal passport, it's quite expensive. I have a group of more than 4,000 people, and we encourage one another through our Bible verses and inspiration quotes. I'm the admin, and I started like 3 years ago. Do I have a chance to come to America, or should you allow me when there's a conference? Yeah, so basically this one, if you want to come here like come as a religion to attend maybe to a conference, something like a seminar, this one you have to look for a specific church, and when they are doing that, then maybe the pastor manani, they can invite you come here like kama ku attend conference, ama kukuja kupeana speech, ama even kupreach if you preach. Yeah, this one is best when you go through the church channel. Your mom, is it possible mtu apate job za mechanical technician? Do you have your link? Yeah, as I said earlier, as long as you have ukona certificate, you went to school for it and you got that certificate, you can apply job, because technician here wanahitajika, especially juu mechanical technician. Mechanical ina deal na gari ama nini? I'm not sure. I'm just applying from nyumbani mechanic. Ukisikia mechanic unajua ni wa gari. So I'm not sure niko gani.
Ni ya magari.
Yeah, gari huku ziko like gari iko everywhere. From as long as you are 16 and above, you are allowed to drive. You can go do your test and buy yourself a car, ununuliwe na gari. So gari huku mechanics jobs ziko kwa wingi. So as long as you have the paperwork, you can do. Kama hauna hiyo paperwork na wewe ni Mkenya, it's maybe unless you come and you visit na kazi yako ni mzuri inajiuza. So unaweza kuwa unaundia Wakenya wa Afrika wenye at times we try to save some coins and don't follow the right channel. Green card inakuwa open lini? Inakuwa open next month, the first week of next month, na ina last for 5 weeks. Ita end I think November, May, something like that. So you have like 5 to 6 weeks application. We shall reach out for your advice, brother. Where are you based? Mtu anauliza Edwin Nyamea, peana your details. Is there age limit? Hakuna age limit when you're applying your green card. As long as you have your high school diploma, you are good to apply. You can apply for yourself. Bachelor degree in medical laboratory science, you can apply for job. That's a good one because labs huku zinakuhitaji. Kuna so many testing za COVID zinafanyika every day. Like I work in hospital, so we test like more than 100 people every day. Every time patient akikuja lazima kuwe tested before wajue wanamuadmit ama wanamtransfer wherever atakuwa transferred. So you can apply, you can look for hospitals, maybe whichever state unataka kwenda, you look for hospitals zenye ziko huko and then you can apply through their website direct, or you can use Indeed app. Asante sana Anne kwa kutuelimisha leo. Nimesikia usingizi mapema. No, tutaona. Yeah, you have a good night. It was a pleasure you've been here kwa hapa. I'm here in USA, Texas because of the DV lottery. Please talk about Kenya conmen who help to apply for WAPUA. Well, now that's a story. Na sijui nipeane hii because I remember when I was in kwa group yenye nilikuwa, there was this lady aliapply green card kwa cyber. This cyber guy alienda kamuapply. And then the guy didn't give the lady confirmation number alihold. Luckily, the lady akawin. Unfortunately, the guy hakuwa amempay the confirmation number. So the guy went and akaona the lady aliwin. Guess what? Hell broke loose there because he started asking for alipwe. So I'm like, unalipwaje on all information yangu? I gave you all the information to fill in hapo. There's nothing special you did. So it was a long process because he was asking for 100,000. You can imagine Kenya saizo mtu anakutisha 100,000 and you know like the whole process inakucost like 300,000. So, and that's why I always advise people, if you can, kama una ile information kidogo ya computer, just apply for yourself. And again, because probably there's somebody here watching and maybe I'll win ile last year. When you're going through your process, please don't share your information with people because some people, they're not happy for you. So still in my time, year 2018, there was somebody in 2017 aliuawa na cousin zake. Like go through the process and sasa have even bash. So on their way to airport, walihijakiwa and he was the only one who was shot. So some people go through. So at times it's good, like if you're going through the process, you have been selected, you just shut your mouth. You go through the process. Afadhali tu watu wasikiage, Anne alienda, Odhiambo alienda, Mary alienda, Kamau alienda, and then from there you can tell them, it was ilikuwa haraka nini. You can just give them whatever reason you want to give them. Some they will apply for you and then they will start to manipulate you. Like in cyber, most people when they apply, they come and tell you, okay, apply na mimi. I've been doing this for so many years, so I know the tricks and you utashinda. There's no trick. The process is random. So hakuna vile atasema. The only trick ni eti you give your right information, like the photo, the right photo, current photo, yenye sio mzee. What else? You have your passport, nini. There's nothing special that they do yenye uwezi jifanyia. If it's come to photo, you can just take your photo in white background and you in the process hiyo when you're applying, there's a tool, the resizing tool, where you resize your photo, goes to like they require 600 pixel by 600. So there's nothing special those people they do. Like as times I get people, they say, help me, apply for me. I here to can you apply when you're on that side, you can win. Kuna kitu kama hiyo. It's like this is computer based, so and they don't give any preference to because you're applying in Canada or in Australia, in wapi. If that was the case, then very few people wangekuwa wanapata maybe wenye wameapply huko mashinani. But it's computer and it's random, so don't let yourself be manipulated. Oh, I can't hear you.
Nasema Okram kama anajua namba zao watu ama majina zao anaweza tupea. I want to do stories about these guys, our maconmen. I think it's good we expose them because
Yeah.
na sana wako Kisii. Hata hii text inasema wako Kisii town and Nyamache. So we need to find them.
Yeah, because
na kama uliwin this year na umepata mtu anakona hiyo ukora, just kuja kwangu. We follow this case up mpaka huyo jamaa akupatie hiyo information.
And the good thing right now, there's a process unaweza pata your case number, because you see after you can just go there na useme you lost your confirmation number, so you feed in your information. And then at times when you apply, what they do again, ukiwin wako hapo kwa biashara, so they want to force you into useme kama ulikuwa single, wanataka kukuforce ukusema umeolewa. Sasa wanakuletea husband hapo ama wife, and they're doing this because the guys amewalipa maybe 100,000 ama 200, so anakuforce, unakuwa force you adjust your application. Now this it's a risky, because when you go to interview, those people, they're intelligent, so wataangalia hivi na wataona hapa kuna uongo juu, because if you even have kids, you see they take the kids during interview, wanakuwa interviewed kando, wanachukua the husband anakuwa interview kando, na you as a wife unakuwa interview kando. So kama kuna your information is not consistent, na unfortunately you don't know ni maswali gani watakuuliza, because these are different consulate. Huwezi sema ati juu ule aliulizwa hii maswali ndio nitaulizwa hata mimi. So don't put yourself into such situations.
So kuna vile mtu unaweza andika you lost your confirmation number na uipate.
Yeah, kuna ukienda sasa kwa hiyo website yenye inautisha entrance, kwa entrance wanaitisha for your confirmation, unaweza sema forgot your confirmation ama lost, and then you go, kuna extra steps utaenda ya ku try to access your
then I think everybody mwenye amewin, hata mtu akikataa sahi there is a way out.
But unfortunately some people they don't know, hawajui hii, because kama hauna information haujui, uko green haujui, so utakuwa manipulated. 2019 may still need to be to wait because of corona. Yeah, I know this corona it is slow vitu, like, because I believe at one point kukuwa na interviews zenye zilikuwa zinaenda through. So I don't know, this is now upon them KCSE, that is Kentucky, and it's upon them, and maybe the embassies will do their communication, and they see the way forward. The one who did get a schedule 2019, maybe he did send document, or he didn't check his DS360 account. I know. He wants to go, yeah. So na ndio nilikuwa ninasema maybe, kwa hiyo maybe hakuangalia DS260, haku fill in the information, because after you are selected, there's the process that you go through. Once you feed in you get your case number, and that you have to fill in your DS260 and give out the information. So if you don't do that, then it's automatic, you won't be scheduled for interview. Well, which cyber? You don't even really need a cyber, because these cyber people, some watakukon, they are just con men, and there's nothing special that they do over there. It's just that they all need your information, and you can do it. You can do this at your comfort, kwa nyumba yako, or you can do it through the phone, or you can even go to the cyber. You just pay for the service, for the internet, and do it by yourself. Is it a must to have a passport when applying for a That's right now. That's a must. You must have a passport, and it must be valid. Yes, everything is computerized. Yeah. Apart from passport, which other document do they need for the application? Hakuna kitu ingine. The only document they need is you kama wewe ni document. And so since you're not a document, they only need your passport.
Okay. So now tumeenda more than 1 hour. I wanted us to rest, then maybe I can call you again another day.
Okay, sure.
Ukuje uongee na watu, since it's already 1 hour. Najua maswali zitaendelea. Na huyu kwanza anataka I expose these guys. Also for those married, wanaongea about those con men. Hao watu mimi nataka kufanya story yao. I must expose hata kama ni wengi aje.
Lazima,
so unaweza pea watu your final remarks, close, then we will find another day. Na watu mjue hiyo jina nimemwandikia hapo, Anne-Favoured of the Lord. That's the YouTube channel yake.
Yes.
So you can just subscribe there, utakuwa unapata information kwake first hand. Every time I release video unaipata hapo.
Yeah. Once nataka kusema thank you very much Tembei for hosting us. You're such a blessing. Like, you're such a blessing to people like us, to even people when wanakuja to your channel, to your Facebook, your YouTube, and they get this information, because I know most people out there, they go through the process and they don't have the information. So when you try to find those people that have gone through the process and they come, they share, you're such a blessing to people, and we do really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Continue with that same spirit ya kusaidia watu, kusaidia young YouTubers kama sisi, kusaidia watu wenye wako nje, they are going through the process and they don't know how. You're such a blessing. We do appreciate. And as vile amesema, I have a YouTube channel. If you want to support me, you can go there. You search Anne-Favoured of the Lord and subscribe to my channel. If you have question, you can ask me there. Nikiona question, nikona watu wengi, I can try to create a video concerning that, concerning jobs. Nimesikia nikiulizwa about jobs. I'll try to look for legit links, and I'll update it in my YouTube. Na any information that you want to, I can always share that.
Okay, asante sana. Naona maswali zinazindi. Huyu anauliza about the education qualification. Hii umeambiwa ni form 4 tu, just form 4 na valid passports, you are good to go. Mutembei connect me to a host in UK at a fee. UK I know few guys, naweza wauliza, si lazima ikuwe tafi, anyway tutaulizia. Kuna Jane anaitangwa Jane Mevo, naweza mhost hapa pia, ataongea about UK. Asanteni sana kwa kutuelimisha. Bro Mutembei, I'm Mr. Bundi Country, help me with the Joyce Canada, I'm in USA. Bundi there is a, ukienda kwa about hapo kwa YouTube yangu utaona my email. Just write me an email on what you want, then we start talking. So asante sana Anne-Favoured of the Lord. Watu, I hope guys watakimbia huko kusubscribe.
Yeah.
And then we will find another day. Definitely, if not this month, next month we will be here again. Uongea na watu. For now, naambia tu good night na walale poa. Yes, till another day.
Okay, thank you very much. Now everyone, mwenye amejoin, have a good one. Thank you very much. We do appreciate.
Thank you.